مساء الخير. لم تكن المواجهة الروسية الأطلسية لحظة عادية، لقد كانت باختصار إعلانا عن بدء تغير العالم والنظام الدولي، أو على الأقل كانت المحاولة الأكثر جدية في هذا الاتجاه. اليوم وبعد مرور أكثر من عام على هذه المواجهة نناقش ملامح التغيرات في خرائط السلطات والقرار والتحالفات. إنها ببساطة صيرورة التحولات لعالم ما بعد الحرب. نناقش ذلك بالتفصيل مع المفكر الروسي البروفيسور ألكسندر دوغين، فأهلا وسهلا بك معنا. الأسباب زائدا السياق تساوي الحدث. في الأسباب كيف يمكن للحرب أن تغير النظام الدولي، وفي السياق هل تتغير خريطة التحالفات الدولية بعد الحرب؟ في الأسباب نتحدث عن نقطتين أساسيتين. أولا في النخبة الروسية، ثم التقارير تتحدث عن وجود تيار يريد إيقاف المواجهة أو أنه كان ضدها من الأساس. وثانيا تحولات النظام الدولي، كيف سيتغير شكل العالم بعد هذه المواجهة. بروفيسور دوغين، في كتاباتك تقول إن التحدي الأكبر في روسيا هو ما أسميته الخيانة الجيوسياسية للنخبة الداعمة لمشروع العولمة. أين تتموضع هذه النخبة اليوم لجهة الموقف من استمرار الحرب والمواجهة ضد الأطلسي؟
Exactly. That is the main problem now. So we simply could not win with the elite we have. Our elite was formed during 90s. That is pro-Western, oligarchic, corrupted, totally corrupted elite with that shares totally the Western values. So for the beginning, for this elite, in the generally ruling class, in as such, has lost almost everything it gained during previous period after the beginning of the special military operation. So the Putin has taken as hostages this elite because the West immediately cut their access to stolen money put in the Western banks or in offshore, and so the elite has lost immediately everything. Now they desperately fight to stop the war, to get to the peace, but the existence of Russia is not compatible to their claim. So that is the real panic in this elite. They could not overthrow Putin because Putin is strong as leader, as he is supported by the huge amount of population, the absolute majority of population. So the position of Putin is outside of the question. So this elite is kind of in a very awkward situation. They tries to stop the war. They could not stop the war. So we are in very difficult situation. Putin doesn't want to change them or to destroy them or to sacrifice them, but they are really doomed already. This elite, their existence is incompatible with the future. So they will be destroyed anyway, in any case. So for example, if Russia will be destroyed, God forbid, they will be destroyed because they supported Putin. If Russia will take the war seriously as it should be, so they will be destroyed by a new elite that will appear, that will manifest itself during this special military operation that is now a real big war, big European war. So because this elite could not fight, they are traitors, they are thieves, they are globalists, they are agent of global liberal network, so they should be put aside.
نعم بروفيسور، يعني ننتقل من الفضاء الروسي إلى الفضاء العالمي الأوسع، وأنتم تتحدثون في كتابكم الجغرافيا السياسية لما بعد الحداثة، وترسمون مجموعة من السيناريوهات لمستقبل العالم وتحديدا عام 2050. واحد منها محاولة الولايات المتحدة وأتباعها في الغرب إعلان حكومة عالمية تسيطر عليها هي. هذه المحاولة تفشل كما تقولون في الكتاب. المنظمات الدولية مثل الناتو تتداعى وربما تنهار. بروفيسور دوغين، نحن الآن على مسافة أكثر من عام على بداية الحرب والمواجهة ضد الأطلسي. هل يسير النظام الدولي في هذا الاتجاه؟
I think now we came to the point of bifurcation. So we have two possible futures, not one, two possible futures. First scenario of 2050, it will be the complete irreversible victory of the unipolarity of globalization, installation of the global government, the coming of era of post-humanism, destruction of the human species by post-human species, by artificial intelligence, cybers, new biological engineering, new genomes, new kind of new post-human, all kind of post-human creatures, and global government and united post-human society, I would say, or singularity moment. So if we Russians lose this war in Ukraine, the West receives immediately the chance to put the globalist dreams of Soros, of Schwab, open society to the end. So that is clearly for them. So if they win, so one unipolar globalist world order will be secured, will be saved from the very serious challenge it confronted with now. So I think that is the future number one. The future number two is the future when we win. We win, and that changes everything. Russia wins Ukraine, and multipolar world is secured. So outside of Western sphere of domination appears immediately two other poles, Russian and Chinese, as well as third pole outside of the West, Indian pole, Islamic pole fourth, Latin America fifth, African sixth, and so we have multipolarity. It is not just the automatic solution of all the problems, no, but that will mean the end of the global hegemony of one system of values, of postmodernity, of technical progress, of individualism, of artificial intelligence. So we will have the humanity separated in the islands of civilizations, archipelago of civilizations coexisting with them, each other. So they could be, some of them could be in conflict, some could be in peace. We could define some common rules instead of United States organization that will create a new multipolar system of the platform, how to solve the intercivilizational problems and conflicts. But that will be totally new world when there will be not only set of values, but so many sets of values as there are civilizations. So future number one and future number two are separated now, and the first and second scenario are decided now. We win, we have future number two, multipolarity. We lose, we have, you have, or future number one, or no future at all, because everybody will be destroyed during nuclear conflict.
نعم، ومن سيناريوهات المستقبل ننتقل إلى مصفوفات الأصدقاء والأعداء، وفي السياق نناقش الحلف الصيني الروسي بين المبادرة الروسية السريعة في المواجهة والصبر الصيني الطويل. كيف يمكن لهذا الحلف أن يتطور وينمو؟ واشنطن وأوروبا، هل تستمر أوروبا في فعل الانتحار الذاتي لتحقيق مصالح الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية؟ عندما التقى ماو تسي تونغ هنري كيسنجر قال له: نحن لسنا في عجلة من أمرنا، نستطيع استرجاع تايوان بخطة عمرها 100 عام. هذا هو النهج الصيني في السياسة، نقطة نقطة يشق الماء الصخر، وهو مختلف عن النهج الروسي الأكثر سخونة. 30 عاما بعد انهيار المنظومة السوفيتية وجدنا روسيا تشاكس من جديد، ترفض تمدد الناتو، تدخل أوكرانيا في مواجهة مفتوحة مع الأطلسي. بروفيسور دوغين، كيف يمكن لهذين النهجين المتباعدين في هذه النقطة على الأقل، كيف يمكنهما التقارب أكثر؟
Great question. China, who clearly defends its position as independent pole, independent in the front of the globalist West. So China is ally of Russia. The Chinese strategy corresponds to Chinese identity, to Chinese political strategy, and I think it is perfect. It suits very well to China. China could wait drop for drop and prepare for the confrontation step by step. We are completely different. We have completely different temperament. We are much more hysterical, much more maniacal. So for too long, we follow the West, and there come the moment we say, "Oh no, stop! We hate you. You have betrayed us. You are doomed. So now we are going to fight with you after following you with open mouths, totally accepting your crazy demands and wishes. Now we have enough. We protest." That is completely our manner to behave ourselves. And Chinese behavior is very, very different, much more careful, much more step by step. But they lead them, the Chinese, exactly to the same confrontation with the West as we have. So Taiwan problem, or maybe some other border problem in the Pacific Ocean, will sooner or later bring China into direct confrontation with the West. But they start it, the Chinese start in when they think it is time. So they count, they prepare, and they wait, and they could wait long, but once they strike, and maybe they strike will be much more successful than ours, maybe not, who knows, but they will be obliged to come into direct confrontation with the globalist elite. If before that we will not win them. So we could prepare the way from them to achieve their goal without any shoot, because we have taken already all responsibility over ourselves, we Russians. So that is almost our manner of behavior in the history. So we saved humanity from some global enemy, from the devil, and nobody is grateful enough for us. So now we are fighting against the real Satan, that is Joe Biden, Soros, Schwab, and globalist maniacs of the West. But we do that in hysterical way, and Chinese do the same fight very carefully. But we are heroes, real heroes of the humanity. Nobody recognized that, but nevertheless, we are the heroes fighting for the real global evil. And Chinese follow us in that, trying to secure the better conditions in their fight, but they're on our side. I am sure that Indians will be on our side. I will sure Islamic civilization will be and is on our side. I am sure Latin America and Africa once will understand as well our truth in that fight, and will use the fruits of the future number two, a multipolar future. But I think that once more in the history, we are obliged to do this tragical job ourselves and to take all the martyrdom on our shoulder.
بروفيسور دوغين، ماذا يحدث على الضفة الأخرى، على الجبهة الأوروبية؟ تجدهم مستعدين للانتحار الذاتي لتحقيق المصالح الأمريكية، تجدهم متحمسين لمواجهة روسيا ويقولون لواشنطن سوف نركب معكم في مسار المواجهة، لكنهم يستنكفون عن مواجهة الصين مثلا بنفس الحماسة وبنفس السوية التي هم مستعدون فيها لمواجهة روسيا إلى جانب الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية.
So I think I think that Europe had a chance after the fall of the Soviet Union to affirm herself as independent pole, independent first of all of the United States. Europe had the chance to create a kind of new construction of common security system with Russia in order to secure their position in front of the United States, but the Europe has lost absolutely this chance. So there was the big change of elites during 2000 when the United States have managed to put pro-liberal, pro-Atlantis, totally controlled puppet of United States, controlled by globalists, by Soros, by all this kind of global government in the center of main European countries, and the other don't count anymore. So they have replaced independent Schröder by dependent Merkel, independent French president by Sarkozy and by Macron, by Hollande. So they have changed totally the ruling elite, and this European elite now is not anymore European. That is pro-American, liberal. They are not free, and they have no freedom. And I think Europe, for now on, could exist only after the big turmoil in their soil. So Europe could not, in the normal Pacific way, elect to choose European leaders, because pro-American groups, totalitarian liberals, they have destroyed any political opponents. And China is the unique pole where now, when the confrontation is not so evident, where European elite could differ a little bit from American masters, but just for time being, because when the real confrontation between the United States and China will come, European countries will follow the United States as the ships. So there is no more European people. There are European slaves. They're totally enslaved by globalists, by transhumanists, by this liberal elite that hates European traditions, European culture, European identity, and they want to destroy it totally and completely, and that is precisely what they are doing.
في فقرة مقاربات، لمن تنحاز التكنولوجيا؟ لفكرة العولمة التي يعاديها ألكسندر دوغين، أم لعالم النظرية الرابعة التي يطرحها المفكر ألكسندر دوغين، والتي يقول فيها عن الحضارات والثقافات والحفاظ على خصوصياتها وبناء جسور فيما بينها؟ بروفيسور دوغين، أنت إجمالا تتحفظ على عصر الإنسان السايبورغ لأنك مسكون بسؤال الهوية. السايبورغ لا يمتلك هوية بالمعنى الذي نعرفه، ولكن ألا تعتقد أن التكنولوجيا وتطورها اليوم منحازان للعولمة وليس للنظرية الرابعة؟
I think we should think in depth what is the technique, what is technological progress. The technology itself, at the point it reached now in the world, it is not just the weapon, it is not just the tool, it's something much more. It is the destiny. So, and the destiny of the technology is the transformation and annihilation of any static, any continuous, any permanent identity of any society. So technology means the change not only of the secondary aspect of the human being, but of the essence of the human. So the essence as itself, as such, as a concept, is discredited in the modern technological philosophy. So the technology is precisely the death of identity. So, and when you say that technology is on the side of those who fight against common identity, collective identity of civilizations, of the people, of the society, you are absolutely right. It's not by the chance. It is not, for example, certain awkward attitude of those who defend identity toward technique, and the skillful use of the technique on the part of those who try to destroy identity. It's not casual distribution of roles. So we are losing relatively the fight for technique, because technique is on their side. So what to do in that situation? How to win cyber, how to win artificial intelligence, how to win iPhone, how to win Google, how to win Twitter and social media and drones and all other purely technological weapons used against us. First of all, we need to reappropriate them and use the technique in favor of the identity, and that's the only way to win in the direct technological confrontation. So we need to borrow technology from them, or imitate, or create something like that, but not when you should not let identity, technology inside of our identity. We should not let them to destroy what is the main core of our struggle. It is not easy. It is something like modernization without westernization. So we need to make a filter, to make a kind of osmosis, to make a kind of barrier, obstacle to something, to let some technology came to us, but on the border we should block some negative, destructive element, metaphysical corollaries of the techniques, and put them outside. So that is precisely what Chinese society does. Chinese society follows any day and any night, each night, what to take from the West and what to reject from the West. So because something taken from the West is necessary to fight with the West, and something is really toxic and could destroy identity.
لماذا علينا أن نختار فرضية ألكسندر دوغين في الجسر بين الحضارات التي طرحتها في مناظراتك مع برنر ليفي؟ لا صدام الحضارات لهنتينغتون مثلا، أو انتصار العولمة النهائي كما نظر عدد من الكتاب ومنهم فوكوياما.
So first of all, when I have spoken with Bernard Levy, discussing with him his book Empire and the Five Kings, I have emphasized one point, that according to Levy, empire is the absolute globalist vision, and empire is only one, that is Western, liberal, globalist rule over all the humanity. And Bernard-Henri Levy openly recognizes himself as a kind of the knight, of the defender, of the warrior of this global liberal capitalist empire. And against this empire, there are five kings in his book. One king is Russian king, or the other Iranian, the third Chinese, fourth Turkish, and fifth Islamic, Saudi. So five kings are fighting against empire. And when I have introduced myself during this discussion, debates in Amsterdam, I have said, so I represent not only one king among these five, I represent all five of them, because I'm in favor of Russian identity, Iranian identity, Turkish identity, Chinese identity, Islamic identity in general, Indian identity, and the other kings don't mention in this book. So why, if you choose myself You choose not Russia, you choose not Christian Orthodox, you choose Islamic independence from the global hegemony. You choose your future and your freedom, not our. You don't exchange American hegemony over Russian hegemony or Chinese hegemony. You reject hegemony in the name of your own freedom. So in some way, I am ambassador of multipolarity in front of unipolarity, and that is why I'm paying such price for that. So I'm paying such price of assassination of my daughter, terrorist attempt of assassinate myself, because I'm not only representative of Russia, I'm not only ambassador of Russian civilization, I am ambassador of Lebanon, I'm ambassador of Shia, I'm ambassador of Sunni, I'm ambassador of China, I'm ambassador of Indian, of African, Latin American humanity, because that is why you should choose myself, because choosing myself, you are choosing yourself.
بروفيسور دوغين، شكرا على مساهمتك ومشاركتك والتوضيحات العميقة جدا وعلى وقتك الثمين.
Best wishes.
أعزائي المشاهدين، على لقاء يتجدد الأسبوع المقبل.